My older sister has a Down syndrome. So ever since I was little, I've grown up closely connected with people with disabilities. Yeah, because of that, I naturally developed a habit of constantly o observing my surroundings and thinking ahead for others. Like this path might be easier because there's a less chance of falling, or this way has too many stairs, so let's go this way, or we should leave earlier because it may take more time. Yeah, especially my sister had a weak heart, so I made sure not to scare her or don't get angry or don't rush her. Yeah, I think I became someone who's very considerate for others. Yeah, from like society's perspective, people with disabilities may be seen as like disabled, but they often have gift and abilities that people considered like as a abled body. Yeah, able body, yeah, don't have. Yeah, growing up seeing that made me feel that there's really nothing humans are incapable of. Yeah, sometimes I even feel that they're from their perspective, able-bodied people are the ones who are disabled, like with limitations. Yeah, for example, I've walked through a city with my friend who's blind before, and when we passed by the empty lot between the buildings, she just say that, "Oh, this became an empty lot, it didn't it?" And I said, "Well, yeah, how do you know that?" And like as if she could actually see it. Yeah, and most of us can't even walk around confidently with the eyes closed, but they can they can walk around with just one cane without seeing. Yeah, and somehow they can even feel it's the empty lot without the sight. Right? Yeah, because I was raised in that kind of environment, I think I learned how to truly see people as people and don't get caught up with a title like large corporation CEO or famous celebrities or people with like obvious disability at first glance. Then on top of that, there's my family history. Yeah, my father died when I was 4, and my mother passed away when I was 25. So I became like adult orphan at a relatively young age. Yeah, so for a long time I carried this identity being a poor little girl, like a poor, unfortunate child. Yeah, I think that's partly why I became overly compassionate or overly loving or getting more patient. Um, yeah, and somebody who rarely give up on somebody or look down on others. Yeah. Yeah, on that surface, that kind of people may have seen like a kind or open-hearted person, but then underneath that kindness, there is a fear or loneliness. Yeah, fear of losing people or fear of being alone or fear of being abandoned. Yeah, I think there was even a kind of dependency there. Yeah, wanted to be liked even by people I didn't actually like. Yeah, in many ways, my kindness was a fear wearing a mask. I think that's what I, yeah, think. That's why I believe there's often sadness behind kindness or sadness behind anger. Emotion always come two sides, always. Yeah, if we only look at the good parts and refuse to see the darker side, things may become distorted or disharmonied. Yeah, sometimes the darkness is actually much bigger. Just like I think it's part of the universal like a plan or universe itself. When you look at the starry sky, there's a far more darkness than the light. And I think human heart is the same. Without darkness, we wouldn't even recognize the light. And if there's only light, then it would be so blinding, too bright, and we can't even function. Yeah, so maybe it's because I grew up alongside someone with a disability, or maybe I became an orphan young. I don't no, yeah. But the younger version of me believed that I have to do something for other people. Yeah. But now I understand something different. I understand that when myself became aligned and grounded, that alone naturally becomes support for others, I think. Yeah. So these days, I think I'm able to live more naturally. Yeah. And I have nothing to hide, really. Yeah. 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 And then in terms of Reiki, yeah, it's easier to do Reiki for me. It's like breathe. It's a clear on and off. That's it. And nothing complicated about it. And yeah, I used to practice Reiki naturally, like just like breathing. Yeah. But I've witnessed things with my own eyes that especially with acute injuries, healing right in front of me, or I've seen cases of severe illness and even like brain bleed, where I truly felt that this is hard to cure, but then they recover fully. It's just this has to be the effect of Reiki. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, honestly, I also approached to Reiki with a skeptic mind or doubtful mind myself. But then, yeah, so I used to think that can I simply placing hands on somebody really help them? Really? Yeah. But when people still, yeah, but when I see those results, I just that kind of doubt just resolve itself. Yeah. So when people still doubt about Reiki now, I don't judge them because I understand how they feel, but I just think that maybe they haven't witnessed its profound effect yet. Yeah, in that sense, for me, coaching is not easier. Yeah. But during the conversation, there are moments when something suddenly clicks for a person and their expression softens or the tear comes out and their energy suddenly shift, become lighter. And then they said, oh, that, that what it was. Yeah. The moment feel incredible fulfilling for me. Yeah. Yeah. And I really genuinely feel that, oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. And if I had only continued doing Reiki, I don't think I would be connecting with the people at that depth I do now. Yeah. And that's why I feel this way now that like life isn't about just becoming comfortable, but it's about living as you true self. Yeah. As you are. Yeah. Yeah, the experience that we go through are happening for that purpose. I think that negative experience or trouble or something annoy you. Yeah, the things that we call problems are often life's like a universe or life's way of saying that there's still something inside of you that needs to be seen or needs to be resolved or untangled. Yeah, so difficult situations and difficult people appear to help us look deeper into ourselves. When we start to see life that way, I think even the meaning of suffering becomes, yeah, begins to change a little, I think.